Good evening. The time is 32 minutes past 4 on the 16th of November 2012. What just happened was I spoke for about 5 minutes, 6 minutes now. And I thought I'd press the record button, but that didn't happen. I don't know what the meaning of that is. I don't want to read into it too much. Maybe I should. The video is called How We Got Here. I've been thinking a lot lately about how I got here, how we got here as a collective. I speak very passionately about the opening of the third eye, but I've realized that it's important for us to open the third ear and really actively listen to the conversations that we have with our friends and family and what kind of love model we share with them. I've noticed that there's a lot of disrespect in the spaces, in our sentences that we use to communicate some sort of ideology, idea, concept, model, whatever we're trying to sell to that person. What comes to my mind is that this flawed, very flawed way of communicating is disruptive to a lot of people's spiritual journey, and it is disruptive to the spiritual journey. It is destructive to the physical manifestation of what one's life is. What I mean with this is that everything starts in the core. The core parts are like the mind, the soul, the conscious and subconscious minds, the gut. When people start selling you ideas about who you are, you start confusing the universe, because you have an idea of where your path is supposed to go. And when someone tells you that, no, Keith, you are this, this, and that conflicts directly with your idea of who you are. And that then confuses the universe, and God, whatever you want to call it, that confuses that higher power, because whatever you want can then not manifest in your life, because you have no clear-cut idea of what you want and what connects you to the rest of humanity and to yourself, and then to that higher power as well. I'm simply and absolutely tired of being told who I am. I've realized, and I told this, I went to Kitman some weeks ago just for some self-investigation when a friend invited me over to go live with her for a bit. And I realized that the reason that I'm so skinny is because it's not that I'm lacking nutrition necessarily, or I haven't slept enough, or whatever makes people grow. I realized that I'm a man without a core. I don't have a core ideal. I don't have a core philosophy for my life. I don't have a clear direction for where my life is supposed to be going. That is because I'm so trusting of people's opinions about me that I don't really trust my own truths, my own journeys, and what I found in them. Now, for me, there's legitimate cause to be pissed off here, but my energy is not going to go there. My energy is going to go to living an unadulterated truth. Because people like us, those of us that are poets and musicians and people in society that are easily trusted, because if a politician were to write a poem and stand on a stage, you'd be much more wary of what he's saying, as opposed to someone that you think is only interested in the arts or whatever and writes, and you're accepting more of what I say as opposed to what a politician says. The same concept as this model of unguardedness applies to our friends and family, people that have been in our lives for a long time, because we are instinctively programming ourselves to trust these people and not trust our own intuition and our own gut feeling. In these spaces where love exists, you will find that abuse creeps in and lives there and festers and grows, and I just can't ignore it anymore. I just simply can't. What I'm trying to communicate here is how we got here was the fact that I didn't trust myself. I didn't respect myself. I didn't respect my opinions or my stance in life, my relationship with God. I didn't respect my relationship with myself or my gut. I didn't respect my relationship with the universe. That must come to an end. It must. Whether this is your personal journey or not is immaterial to me. You will sort yourself out in your own time. Whatever space God has given you, whatever space you allow yourself to mature into this process, your baby. What I try and communicate here is be very wary of how you speak to your loved ones and listen actively about to how they speak to you. For instance, I was making an example on the phone earlier today with a friend of mine, and imagine I slept over the house and she has a car and she sent me to the shop, and I go, and on the way there I feel like I need to pop into another friend's place and just say hi because it's close by, but I don't tell her that. And I get home and she's like, why did you take so long? And I'm like, no, I just went over to X's house and whatever. And she just looks at me and doesn't say anything. In that moment, my subconscious mind thinks that she is accepting of this behavior so that I can, and that then means that I can do it next time. If she had actively told me, Keith, I don't appreciate the fact that you drove my car without telling me where you're going because the car doesn't have insurance, or it has insurance and I just need to be aware of where you are and there's petrol and whatever involved. I don't have a problem with you going wherever, but please just let me know next time. That way I know that I need to keep clear lines of communication with my friend, and that this is still her property. I need to respect that. Those are the kind of instances that creep into friendships and family relationships and absolutely destroy the foundation of respect. And that is how we got here. What we now need to do is start reconstructing these type of faulty relationships and make sure that we actively know what is happening in our lives, what we want for ourselves, and then stop and cut short this abuse. I hope that I'm very loud and clear when I speak this, because it's something that is not only in the form of words for me, it's something that I'm pushing for, something that I'm rooting for, so that I may get to where I need to get, so that the prophecy may be fulfilled. At the end of the day, I also just want to say, like, start understanding love, guys. We must, all of us, you and me. I hope that someday we might just know these things. I love you all and good night.